The goalposts have just moved. You might be clicking on this channel because you've read about the recent YouTube monetization updates around 1,000 subscribers and 8,000 watch hours, up from the 4,000, or for shorts, 10 million views, now 20 million views. And it got me thinking, what do you do when the goalposts in life change around a big, audacious dream of yours, and what is next for you? Do you give up, or do you continue and keep going? It's very windy today and cold, so hopefully you can still hear me. Let me know in the comments. And in this situation where I'm starting a YouTube channel from scratch, I love YouTube. I've wanted to start a channel for many, many years. It made me think, what do I do in this situation? So I decided to pick up the camera, to head outside on this beautiful sunshiny day and record 7 reasons I am still moving forward with this channel. And I think what these reasons can potentially teach you about pursuing a big, audacious goal and staying in the game. So reason 1 that I'm going to talk about is, while you can't control the goalposts, you can control your response. And I think this is applied in many areas of my life, whether there's been a rejection, a setback, a redundancy, someone else's decision. At the end of the day, all I can control is my response to that situation. And in the case of YouTube, I'm so passionate about YouTube and about what it can offer and all the opportunities. I love making videos, and so my response is to keep moving forward, to keep on going in this situation. And I think that approach can apply to many areas of your life. Now, the second reason I'm continuing to move forward is a harder goal doesn't make it a worse goal. It's still the same goal. Now, yes, the requirement is around 8,000 watch hours in a 365-day period. Now, the goal might have become more difficult, but it doesn't change my original goal. It might not change your original goal. In fact, it might make one like myself more determined, more resilient, and more willing to still keep my foot in the game of achieving a big, audacious goal. And I'd love you to join me on that journey as well throughout this process, where I'm starting from scratch, sharing everything I learn with the ultimate goal of getting monetized, and also building a community, sharing my insights and all of the above. And again, it can apply to any area of your life. If you have a goal that you are extremely passionate in, that you've always wanted to achieve, don't let any goalposts stand in that way, in your way. It might make it slightly more difficult, and it might make it more time intensive, but stay the course. If you are passionate and believe in yourself, stay the course. Now, the third reason why I'm not quitting and I'm still pursuing this dream is around the mindset element of focusing on the next step and not the mountain. Focusing on the next practical action, the next step, and not the mountain. Now, when you break down any challenge in your life, or any dream in your life, or any aspiration into small, manageable goals, it makes it far easier to achieve. It also makes it more enjoyable, because the journey becomes less about conquering that mountain and about, what can I do today? What can I do to step forward 1 inch closer to whatever dream you are focusing on? Maybe it's a YouTube channel. Maybe you've clicked on this because you are inspired as well to start a YouTube channel. Or maybe you're focusing on a new business idea, or a side hustle, or a new venture, or an art project, or any and all of the above. And sometimes it can feel like a large, insurmountable mountain. But yet, if you break it down into manageable tasks that you can potentially split out throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the coming weeks, whether you jot down notes or any practical steps that you can take to go from where you are now to where you could be, it makes it more achievable and more surmountable. Now, the fourth reason why I'm continuing is that the skills I'm building are already a return on investment. The skills I'm building are already a return on investment. And again, I think that can apply to any dream or focus area that you have, because once you step into that element around the skill building part and how enjoyable it is to be able to build skills and refine your capabilities and enhance and improve, that already is an incredible return on investment. And that already is something that no goalpost moving can take away from you. Now, the fifth reason that I am pushing forward and I'm still committing and still investing in this big audacious dream of mine to build a YouTube channel, to get monetized, to build a community and more, is because when you start something new, you are a beginner. So whether the goalposts have moved, I'm still a beginner. And it's important to recognize that phase, because at the end of the day, I love being a beginner. And again, what I love about it is that you can learn new things. You're at the start of that journey. And it means that you can discover new things about yourself. It can mean you can discover your strength, your resilience, your determination, your ambition, your transformation. It can also mean that you can dive into a whole other world of creativity that you might not have been able to tap into before. And as I've said on other videos, for me, YouTube is like a creative playground. It is about learning those new skills. It is about building those new skills. And it is about enjoying the process of being a beginner, which I personally really enjoy. I love being a beginner and being able to have a blank canvas and slowly but surely learn all those skills, whether it's video editing, whether it's storytelling, whether it's delivering on camera, whether it's building digital products, whether it's connecting with a community and more. I really enjoy the process of making videos, and that is why I'm going to continue, and I hope that you join me along for that journey. Now, reason number 6 for staying the course and continuing on, even if goalposts sometimes change, whether it's for YouTube or whether it's another venture in your life, is this concept around, I don't know what opportunities await around the corner. I don't know what opportunities await around the corner. And it's only by staying the course that some of those opportunities might materialize. So in life, I'm sure you've experienced, as I have, many potholes, many obstacles and many challenges where you've started a project, it might slightly derail. Life derails, pressures and demands derail the course that you're on. But at the end of the day, if you don't continue and you don't back yourself, you might never know what other opportunities arise that are just waiting around the corner. New friendships, new connections, new opportunities. Now, reason number 7, which is linked to number 6, but a slight extension, is I want to find out what happens by not quitting. And again, I have always loved big audacious goals. I think that they are something that can really spark a sense of ambition in one. I feel like it can really bring to life some dreams that you've had that you might have had in the past and thought that, you'd park them there and life got in the way, but now you return to them, whether it's a hobby, whether it's building a YouTube channel, whether it's starting to paint or learn painting, whether it's drawing, whether it's music, whether it's sport, whether it's fitness, and the list goes on. The question is, what if you don't quit? What if you don't quit? And it's only by not quitting and by going through the experience of trying things out. If I use fitness for an example, right? You're not going to go to the gym 4 times and expect immediate results. And if you don't get those immediate results, you quit. You're going to stay the course. It's the same for YouTube. I think when you're passionate about something, and for me, that is YouTube and growing this channel and building my subscribers and getting monetized and meeting incredible people and helping people along their own journey with YouTube and beyond. I think when you know your why and you're passionate about that, it makes it easier to not quit. So I don't want to ask the question, what if I fail? I want to ask the question, what if I don't quit? What if I don't quit? So those are the 7 reasons why I am pushing forward, and I hope that you've gained some helpful tips from those 7 reasons that might apply to your own YouTube journey or other areas of your life, whether that is a business venture, a new idea, a side hustle, a digital product, your own goals, aspirations, and sense of direction, and what is next for you. So thank you so much for watching. If you watched this far, I really appreciate it. I'm Neil. Welcome to Next with Neil, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.